Welcome back to another episode of Scenario Podcast. We are back 1 day short, but not $1 short.
Speak for yourself. I got paid today. You know what that means.
What does that mean? Your lady getting half your check?
No. Most certainly not that. It means that everybody is waiting.
In due time, my brother.
Whatever you say, brother. No, it means that everybody is waiting on their money, get their money.
Oh.
That's what payday mean. All right, here you go.
Go ahead and put I need y'all to holler at the Sandman real quick.
Here you go. Enjoy. Have fun.
For a month.
I was gonna buy them new St. Louis Jason Tatum's with that, but here you go. You got it. Enjoy.
I guess the rent is more important than Tatum's.
Can you imagine if you could spend your check like just the way you want to?
Like we lived in a communist country where all our housing was taken care of, and we could just do it.
Yeah, like you live in that in a HUD, and you live in like a HUD home or something, and you just get your bread.
I mean, you'd probably have a charger. Number one, you'd have a charger.
You mean like
the car charger, a charger car.
Like it's 2004?
No, brand new one. You know that's a standard HUD car.
Oh no, I don't want that.
No, I'm saying.
I'm just talking about what you would do with your money if you got to keep all of it.
But you would have a HUD mentality, HUD mentality.
What the fuck is that? What does that mean?
You would have a charger. That's the standard.
I would not have a charger.
Yes, you would, because you wouldn't know anything better than to have a charger if you was always in a HUD situation.
Oh my God!
You have a charger, a pair of Louis Vuitton sneakers, a couple of pair of those. You would have those belts that everybody wears.
You talking about yourself right now?
No,
I wouldn't have none of this.
I would never wear none of
that. Don't be putting this shit on me. What the hell is wrong with you? I automatically become some dude that hang out at happy hours drinking VSOP. The fuck kind of deed you doing on me right now?
So you're now you being stereotypical. They gotta be drinking VSOP.
Every happy hour I've been to where people wear that type of stuff, they drinking VSOP.
Okay.
When the last time you went to a hood happy hour and there was anything poured in anybody's glass that wasn't of the darkest of possible colors?
It's been a long time.
Like you walk into a happy hour and you see somebody drinking a vodka? No, hell no. They in there drinking Crown Royal. Mm-hmm. They in there drinking VSOP. Mm-hmm. They drinking all the hen. They getting a little Jack in there, mm-hmm. and then you'll see some of them old players drinking that Paul Masson or like some Martell or something.
Martell. And maybe if they're getting real grimy with it, drinking that double R. That's the old head. Double R.
That's when somebody's singing My Last $2 in there.
On that Johnny Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
These last $2. But no, we good week coming up, man. Thanks to everybody for voting in the bracket, man. So we kind of hit y'all last minute with it, but man, tons of votes came through in this bracket.
It business picked up, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe y'all like your fathers more than I thought y'all did, because y'all came out for the best black dad, TV black dad competition.
Well, yeah, because that's a lot of people. That is their daddy.
Yeah,
TV dad is their daddy.
I mean, we had a late entrant, like it was like the Royal Rumble where somebody
was coming down the aisle
and got beat up on the way there.
Yeah.
And
who was that? Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson was running down the aisle. Oh, no.
Kellen Winslow hit him with a chair.
Here comes Joe Jackson. Is that who I think it is?
Tito hit him with a chair like, this for Michael.
Oh, God.
Because it can't be the person that replaced him. It's got to be somebody that has nothing to do with the match.
It's usually the person that beats him up and then runs down there, though.
But no, sometimes it's somebody just want to interfere because they're not in that match.
Are we doing this or are we doing emails?
Let's do this. Let's go through this.
We got emails?
No, we don't have any emails.
We got a message, though.
We have messages from people.
We need to clear that up before we do anything.
But they're all about the bracket.
No, we have the message on Facebook.
Oh,
we have messages. We have messages. We need to clear some things up.
Hold on. Let's get into it. You're 100% correct. Let me get into this. Shout out to my man CJ Harrell. We had a little back and forth. People don't really believe Jaden is first free black man.
I think that it's more or less about the idea of classifying anybody as the first free black man. That's what more or less has you in this position.
I think is that we have to be extreme for it to be funny. You just can't be like he's a free black man. Okay, cool. But when you say something like he's the first free black man, it moves the.
No, I think that generally this cuts that your point still stands up. I've had people come up to me and be like, you know what, I didn't think about that, but Also, at the same time, there are others that say, "Hold on, dog, what?" So I mean, you read it. You read this because you need to defend yourself.
Yes, I do. Listening to the Jaden Smith section was cringeworthy. I see it completely different. Jaden Smith is not the first free black man. He's not even free. He's a privileged black man. And there's a huge difference between the two. When one is privileged, they naturally enjoy freedoms that most can't. This goes also for the reference Magic Johnson's son. Jaden Smith is a privileged, out-of-touch, attention-seeking young man. His privilege allows him to appear free. He'd never act like, dress like, or do any things that he does if he was Jaden Smith from the North Side. From his ridiculous viral video of him ignorantly proclaiming public schools prepare black kids for prison because they have long hallways and have a set time to come to go from recesses. Teachers are the authority and that a bell signals when you move showed me how out of touch and ignorant he is. He's never been in a public school. He also clearly doesn't know those same things are at predominantly white schools. But when you go to exclusively high tuition private schools your whole life, it's easy to see public schools as prisons. He openly saying his openly saying Tyler Creator is his boyfriend more than once is another example of attention seeking and also privilege. Would he do that and it would raise eyebrows if he was Jaden from the North Side? As far as his Flint water BS, Jaden Smith announced this year in March of 2019 that his company is helping Flint. The Flint water crisis started in 2014, became a national embarrassment by the 2016 election, and by 2018, thousands of pipes were replaced. The system was upgraded and officially declared safe to drink water, and their system met federal qualifications. That was 2018. Jaden Smith coming out in 2019, 5 years after the crisis started, doesn't make him free. Jaden Smith used the Flint crisis to promote his struggling Just Water company, period, and it worked. Most didn't even know he had bottled water company. The Flint publicity stunt got the name out though. Privileged. To be a free black man in this country is being educated and knowledgeable, and using the knowledge to free yourself and those around you from the systematic bondages blacks have been in for decades in this country. It is an awakening I think few ever reach. White people and blacks born privileged are already free. So what you see as them doing what they want with no consequences as free is really just the privilege they were born with and was no doing of their own.
And how do you feel about this in retort to your idea? I want to give you the floor.
That is everything that I'm thinking about this someone be free. Like everything you said is the reason why he's free. Mm-hmm. Like the ability to be able to live America to its fullest and not give a fuck. That's what we want for our children and want ourselves to be able to do everything. Yeah, the kid from the North Side can't do that because he can't be free.
Yeah, he's got other things on his plate.
He got other things to worry about. The idea that you can be like, yo, my pops got me or my family's got me. I can really be who I want to be. And I have the gumption to do because everybody has the ability to do that.
You see, my difference in your idea with it, though, when I think about that is that when I say, when you phrase it to me, it wasn't so much about the place that you stand in financially.
Right.
It's more or less about
the mindset.
The mindset,
yes.
Period.
Well, no, I'm double entendre it, though, because it's other people that have money and privilege like him, but they don't go.
Well, I'm not counting for the money and the privilege. Okay. I'm not addressing that at all. I'm just talking about being free. Is that one thing about it is that, boy, if there's anybody that care about how they look to other people, it's black people. We give a fuck about that. Whether it's each other, right. Whether it's each other, whether it's the news, whether it's anybody else, and definitely white people. Man, I don't care who say that they do or they don't. Man, we care about how we look to other people. And that's why we always be talking crazy about each other. That's why our women hit our women harder than anybody else. Mm-hmm. Yo, black women cracking in on another black woman for not doing exactly what she do is one of the most. It's like James Harden with the ball in his hands. It's just like.
Describe this for people that may not be in the sports. I know what you're saying, but
it's 100% offense the entire time. There's no defense. It's all based around getting that entire point off. So
I mean, Jaden is free though. That's
I'm not saying that he's not though, but I'm saying is that I know people in everyday life who are too, who just are like, yo, I am not going with them trends. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to do. Period. Like I think there's like a whole free black people Twitter out there.
Oh, 100%.
Like where they just interact with each other and just kind of like float above on a whole nother wave.
But I'm saying, but he could be maybe
like is Tyler the Creator free?
Yes.
I absolutely think he is.
But he's not born free, if that makes sense. He escaped and became free.
I think that
Jaden is born free.
I think that's the more impressive thing.
Jaden was born in Ohio in the North.
when you can escape and get free,
It's a different thing.
That's powerful stuff right there.
It's like the difference between Frederick Douglass and I'm trying to think of a free black person that was just born free, that was historical. It ain't that many, y'all, but I'm trying to think of somebody that was. It was. I mean, there is more black people that are born free, but or some. I can't think of anybody right now.
Prince Akeem.
That's Prince Akeem. There we go. I mean, that's fuck it. Yes, and he's free too, but it's a different type of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea, this motherfucker wore a Batman costume, the all white Batman suit to prom.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Michael Jackson was born free.
He from Gary, Indiana. Ain't
I know, man.
He escaped that plantation.
I know, man. But
and Joe pushed him to get out of there.
Let's see. I take that back. Maybe Prince was born free.
That makes more logical sense than Mike, because Mike was kind of
Mike got pushed into his life. Prince kind of just said, "This is how I'm gonna live."
And no, Joe used Mike to get free.
That's fair. That's very fair. That's very fair.
So, but Prince is a definitely escape free person. Or man, you know what? He may have been born free.
I think Prince was born free. Because if his life is anything close to like what that biography of Purple Rain was like, I mean, he was overcoming, like he was just free. Like the character in Purple Rain,
it's supposed to be based off him, though.
I know exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's a semi-auto, it's a biographical take of a real thing. Yo, he was free as hell the entire time. Like that was developed freeness.
Yeah,
but the kid was free.
The kid is definitely free. But did the kid go back into slavery in Graffiti Bridge?
No, I don't think that you can capture the kid once he's out there.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying it just seemed like they had a smaller set. It seemed like the set was contained and the kid was just in a 2-block radius on that Graffiti Bridge set.
Yeah, that's maybe.
But yeah, I mean, it's a great debate on what's free. And I get the 100% get the privilege, but I think the idea when I'm saying free is someone that has the ability to be able to do what they want and not worry about the consequences, and be born like that. Like he had to never worry about that. Some kid from the north side, he may get to that point. He's a free slave. We talking about the first freeborn man. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, you know what? They're like he's like Tank and Dozer in the Matrix. They were born in Zion. Everybody else had to get pulled out the Matrix. So remember, they were like, we don't have the things on our back to plug in.
No, I know.
Because they was born free.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Like grimier
to get up out that Matrix. Now, the people that was in the Matrix had a little bit more get up in them. No, they couldn't really go into Animex too much. Not Animex. That's what it's Assassin's Creed. But going into the Matrix, I don't think they could go in. They couldn't go in. Mm-mm. So what I'm saying though, they had a little bit more ability to be able to go in between different worlds. So you could say that their freedom is more because they had to escape. But Frank and Dozen got a different perspective. They used to being free.
Yeah,
they don't know about that life.
I think the rounding thing up though is to not take it freedom. Freedom is a variously defined thing, and it's a state of living and a state of mind. And I don't think it's about posture, and I don't think it's about that. But I do definitely think that it's that it's a thing about saying that hey, we got to free ourselves if we want to look. I could never be free.
You don't think so?
No, it's not in me. It's not in me. There's too many things inside the box that serve the things that I pursue.
I don't know, man.
Like, I'm not going to stop getting haircuts, yo. That's not going to happen. I'm going to always get haircuts.
I mean, people get haircuts. Just to get a haircut don't mean...
Yeah, but it's a lot of freedom. Jaden Smith is not the definition of freedom. There's plenty of brothers out here who are free, who just are like, I'm just going to grow my beard for the entire summer because I want to be more in tune with nature. I'll be like, what the fuck does that mean? What does one thing have to do with the other? But then they've already leveled up and they've got it. Like, see, I don't think like that.
I think it's financially. That's when the more financially stable I get, the more I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's the truth of the world. Yeah. The more money you get, the more conservative you get.
Well, no. I think I'm getting more liberal.
Yeah, don't worry, you'll get there.
I'm just saying I'm like.
If you don't get more conservative, that means that the success that you're supposed to be having it ain't happening because you're gonna be having more things to protect. Not conservative in like the GOP way of it, but okay. I'm just saying like the way that you you don't live anywhere.
Oh,
near.
you saying no YOLO? I'm no, not YOLO. No, I'm not thinking YOLO. You thinking like you saying like going hard. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Then if we talk about that is conservative. Yes.
Yes.
Then yes, I'm 100% that thing.
I ain't talking about political conservatism. I'm talking about you gonna have more seeds in the ground and be planting more things to grow.
Yes.
You're not gonna just be out here just
wow.
Yeah.
Yes, that is 100% true. Then there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into this bracket, man, because we got some tweets, man. We got text messages I didn't got.
So I mean, we can go through the bracket and go by the matchups and see how they came out, or you can start to throw questions out. I mean, how we want to do. Let's recap it. Let's recap it real quick. So I mean, we put together 16 black dads, variously defined, but all indisputably black. One way or the other.
100% black. Ain't nothing wrong with them being black.
In the first round, we had James Evans against Kellen Winslow.
First, it was Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson couldn't make it to the ring.
No, Joe Jackson could not make it to the ring because apparently Tito and Jackie beat him up halfway down the thing.
Because Jermaine dimed him out because Jermaine a snitch ass nigga.
Oh God.
You know how to get a Jermaine jab in there somewhere.
Yeah, I know. So James Evans wins that one, even with the late entry from Carl Winslow.
That people were disputing and upset that Carl Winslow didn't get shuffled to another part of the bracket. But we couldn't. I mean, folks, it was technology. Okay,
I could do all that. But I wasn't.
No, I understand it. No, I'm just saying the people that came later on to the bracket was.
I like to have a tough first round matchup. I want you to think. I don't want you just to advance your favorites through. You're gonna have some tough first round matchups as long as I'm making brackets.
Yeah, because sometimes
Brackify is gonna be gone at the end of the year.
They closing it down.
They saying they want somebody to buy it. If somebody don't buy it, they're shutting it down. We have to get a new one.
They was good. They perfect.
Yeah, they perfect. Somebody got to take this aggro.
Yeah, I know. Somebody please buy.
We should buy Brackify.
How much it cost?
I don't know. We know people with money.
Yeah. Why not? We have to talk about that offline.
Yeah. Next we had George Jefferson versus Rock Emerson.
That was a great first round matchup, though.
Yeah, that's an 8-9.
Yeah.
That's a strong 8-9.
We didn't get to see. We saw Rock at the beginning of Fatherhood. And we got to see George Jefferson at the back end of Fatherhood because we don't know how he was when Lionel was in like high school and stuff. We saw Lionel when he was a grown ass man.
When George was still in the hood.
Yeah, when George only had 2 cleaners. We only met George after he had 30-40 across New York.
Mm-hmm. So George Jefferson moves on.
Of course, that makes sense.
Next, Fred G. Sanford versus Bunny Colvin from The Wire.
This one early, Bunny was kind of running with this early.
Bunny was going hard out the gates.
I think the bat signal I said we can't let Fred go down. Hey, it was a furious run after that.
Bunny Colvin is slept on. Is one of the dopest TV dads of all time.
Very slept on, man.
He was like the only TV dad on The Wire.
I'm trying to think because McNulty was McNulty. I mean, he's not.
Well, yeah, no.
But still, he was a bad dad anyway.
McNulty had black dad problems.
The general black dad problems that people stereotypically say. Yes, McNulty was that.
He had black dad problems. So Fred Sanford takes a victory over Bunny Colvin.
Closer than people thought.
Now next, and I'm gonna get into this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have a rant.
Okay.
King Jaffe Joffer versus Mufasa from The Lion King.
Right, two of the same people.
In some ways, yes. In some ways, yes. Now, this was the tightest matchup of the first round.
This one was a battle.
Yes. With King Jaffe Joffer emerging by a single vote over Mufasa. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I took Mufasa to the championship.
Really?
All the way through.
Really?
There's no disputing it for me.
I had King Jaffe Joffer in the finals.
Mufasa, like I put in here, he was holding it down in the heart of Africa. Mm-hmm. In the heart of Africa as royalty. Mm-hmm. And that's, hey, we is probably at our most pro-black we've been since the 60s right now. So you're going to go against that? And then he told his kid not to play in the bad part of town. Mm-hmm. Took him out and showed him where it was at. Let him know everything he was going to inherit. But then he got caught up in neighborhood violence.
I got to counteract you. King Jaffe had his own land that we didn't even know existed. It was like Wakanda for white people. They didn't even know this existed. Because nobody checked and realized that this was a real king and king running around Queens. Mm-hmm. He wasn't even known like that. He had rose petals that just walked across his feet.
Hey, man.
And then as the great Cleo McDowell almost made the bracket, people. That's when somebody else, the people who were upset they didn't make the bracket was Cleo McDowell. When Cleo McDowell said he got his own money.
I can I can relate to Cleo McDowell more than a lot of other people.
Dude, Cleo McDowell has grown on me as a man
He
as I got older.
He was the 17th seed.
But he grew on me over like as I get older. I understand Cleo so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Like think about somebody came with you and you saw that they had money on they face was on some money. You want to be rolling out the red carpet, baby. When I tell you he got his own money, he got his own money.
Mm-hmm.
And King Joffrey was like, "Let them leave."
He was in full Darth Vader
Yes.
voice at that particular time.
And that was another person was Darth Vader. People asked why Darth Vader wasn't.
Darth Vader wasn't black.
No, they said if we gonna have with James Earl Jones,
He was white as shit.
We've had a voiceover thing. He left his kid because Double D explained. He said he left his child, he left his wife to die.
You know, we can do a magical Negro bracket next.
So it's Darth Vader in the magic.
Oh, he came back as a ghost later on, as a white person.
Ooh, shit, you're right.
If you got a chance to run it back, you might want to see what it's like to be a white person.
After you go to heaven and then get a choice to come back.
And be like, this time.
I'm gonna try this white shit out.
This time, let me see what it's like. Now, you gotta promise me when it's over, I'm gonna be black again, though.
Yeah.
I want
have rhythm
my
back, right?
soul needs to be black.
I'm gonna have rhythm and shit, right?
Yeah, like I want to come back and be Justin Timberlake. That looks like that'd be a fun white person to come back as a
because
spirit.
he can kind of go between both crowds too.
Yeah. So anyway, Joffrey Joe Fur moves on over Mufasa because y'all ain't shit.
Nah, shout out to everybody, coming to America people. King Joffrey.
None of y'all are shit. But continuing on, Dr. Cliff Huxtable versus Pops Williams off the Wayans.
I thought at first Pops was winning by a lot. This was a real thing though because people have to separate the difference between the doctor and the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, the doctor, that likes to play around in women's vaginas, or the doctor that actually delivers babies in a TV show.
You talking about the little dude that was the fake gynecologist? Or?
No, I'm talking about how
they said he's the one that diagnosed Kevin Durant's foot.
No, because remember he was trying to, insert his fingers into the woman's vagina from Rutgers.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was saying one was a doctor that was, sexually assaulting women. The other one was a doctor delivering babies.
Yeah, Cliff Huxtable was solid all around.
Yes, but I didn't know if that was going to affect the bracket. It was like the year Cincinnati lost Kenyon Martin before the tournament.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is.
And it was like they was like, man, we can't seed y'all one. We gonna give y'all a 2, and we real still shaky on this 2.
They still had like Steve Logan and like all them cats.
Yeah, Steve Logan Steve Logan was a freshman.
Yeah, he was young Steve.
Yeah,
Logan.
they lost in like the second round that year.
Yeah, I remember. I had them going a lot further than that. Anyway, Cliff Huxtable takes the victory over Pops off the Wayans brothers.
Yep.
Keeps moving. Next, we had a blend of things here. We had Furious Styles from Boys in the Hood versus
big upstart.
Versus President Barack Obama of actual real life.
Now, Furious Styles, I feel is like the Loyola Marymount of this bracket.
I don't think the people saw him coming.
Right, just like Loyola Marymount. Like people, unless you was on the West Coast and saw Bo Kimball and Hank Gathers play, you didn't know nothing about them until Hank Gathers died.
It was like Florida A&M.
But I think it's a little bit more. I at least give him Loyola Marymount.
Hey, I went to the Final Four.
Florida A&M?
Yeah.
What year?
When the year that they was the Dunk U and all that stuff.
No, you mean Florida Gulf Coast.
No, yes, exactly. That's it. Florida.
You said Florida A&M. I was like, what year Florida A&M went?
Florida's all the same.
Yeah, they went to the Sweet 16 that year.
Yeah.
So I was like,
George Mason. Furious Styles is George Mason.
There we go. Or VCU. I like even VCU even more though because they had that furious defense from Shaka Smart, the full court press.
So
we had
Furious Styles against Barack Obama.
Was you surprised about that as well?
Well, I mean, I thought Barack Obama was Teflon Don.
I thought cats love Furious Styles.
Well, Furious Styles epitomes
the young black dad.
The young black dad who caught in the trap and put in that work and say, yo, you not finna get caught up. It ain't happening.
At all.
It's not happening for you.
I wonder how Furious Styles would be now. He's probably got a nice little business, corner store, like probably on a little strip mall.
Same exact haircut, all gray.
Mm-hmm. But owns a strip mall, the whole strip mall. Mm-hmm. But got a crib just a little bit outside Compton where he could be safe, but he could still get to his strip mall in time to check on his property.
Yeah, he OG. He got OG protection now.
Yeah.
Where ain't nothing gonna happen. But Fear Styles actually defeats Barack Obama.
I think people really didn't see Barack as a full TV dad.
I mean, people got pictures of Barack family in their house like he might come over.
But I think the TV dad part is what really got people. I think
Like, it's no shade to Barack, but y'all be treating him like he really might fall through.
I know.
Everybody got that crumpled up ass paper of Barack getting inaugurated with his family standing there with him.
Hey, on the low.
Like them your people.
Have you seen how which one is the youngest one looks?
I don't pay attention to it. No. It falls underneath the same.
I know, but I'm just saying, it's like when we found out how Parker McKenna looks now.
No.
From
It's not the same thing at all.
Yes, it is. It's
No,
like,
one of them is Barack Obama's daughter, and one of them is some dude I don't give a damn
no,
about.
it's a girl. The girl from My Wife and Kids. When you
I
found
know
out
who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't care who her father is. And you need to stop the avenue you going down
That's
right
very
now.
true. All right.
If we're not going to
Fair
put his
enough.
wife into the brackets, we definitely not going to talk about
I didn't say
his-
no. I didn't just saying this. Everybody just go check it out.
No, I'm not going to point you towards that. No. Hey, listen, it ain't me. Now, the first round slaughterhouse of all was Uncle Phil over Andre Johnson, Anthony Anderson
I was
from
surprised.
Blackish.
I had no problem with Uncle Phil winning that.
Now,
It
you
was
know,
just-
them two had to go against each other because they two brothers had done made it.
Yeah, they were.
Like, made it. Not George Jefferson made it, but made it.
I think George Jefferson has more money than Andre Johnson, by far.
Not with that house that he got in California.
But he has a deluxe apartment in New York in the 70s, and he owns 40 cleaners.
It's still an apartment.
No, but it's New York though.
I get it.
I think George Jefferson has way more money than Andre
We
Johnson.
could go on-
Andre Johnson actually works for somebody.
Well, we can do the power.
George Jefferson can.
We can do the power rankings. Of,
I mean, King Joffrey probably is gonna run away with all this.
well, yes, probably, but well, I don't know. Did King Joffrey got more money than T'Challa?
No, not at all.
Nobody
T'Challa's the
is.
richest person in comic books. I know that.
Nobody has more money than T'Challa.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can get to that later on. But Uncle Phil laid the smackdown on Andre Johnson.
I was surprised at that one. I knew I was fine with Phil winning, but I didn't think it was gonna be that much of a thrashing.
Now, another late second step in here that when I got to thinking about it, who gets the I'm Bout It award was John Q. One of the most I'm Bout It black dads of all time. And when you hear people give them scenarios, it'd be like, I wish somebody would do X, Y, and Z to my kids. Yo, John Q is like, no, I'm really about that action.
I'm serious about mine.
No, I really mean it. Y'all ain't none of y'all coming up in here, and I got that thing on me until y'all get this right.
Got that 5.
So he went up against Julius Rock II from Everybody Hates Chris.
Which is a great dad on this show.
Strong dad. Really strong dad. And he wins.
Yeah.
Julius Rock takes it and moves on.
I think the violence may have turned people off a little bit. Like the.
I'm about it type
I
of
know.
cat. So then in the next round, we had James Evans versus George Jefferson.
It's the battle of the 70s dads.
Similar.
And two different types of 70s dads, too.
Yeah. One was
George Jefferson wouldn't be caught dead in that in that Chicago housing project.
No.
And James Evans would think he'd be too proud to go over George Jefferson's house because he'd think he'd be looking at him crazy, like he'd think he better than him.
These is the bougie niggas versus the other ones.
But they both hate each other though. That's the crazy part.
That's exactly what that is. So James Evans gets that victory though. I think James Evans wins that on reputation too.
Yeah. He's probably, him and George are the first black TV dads. I mean, probably that were like their own thing. It's gotta be.
Now moving on next, Fred G. Sanford versus King Joffrey Joffrey. Fred Sanford got that W
I was
by
surprised
2 votes.
Whew. But my thing is, man. I mean, I guess no. The same thing I was gonna say for Fred, you can say for King Joffrey.
What?
I was gonna say you only got to see Fred be with his adult son. The same thing with Akeem.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of. I think Fred Sanford kind of let you know how it was.
When he was a father.
It wasn't like at some point that he was.
This is for our listeners, and maybe I could just look this up too. How was Fred's wife when she died? I mean, how was like Lamont? I wonder how long was he a single dad?
I don't know.
Let me see.
I don't know. But moving on to the next bracket here. Furious Styles versus Cliff Huxtable. In about as far apart as you can get two types of dads from each other.
I mean,
this information you're looking up is not important to the big picture of what we're looking at.
It's now I'm just curious. I'm just being curious.
Furious Styles takes down Cliff Huxtable.
Not surprised. That this is where the Bill Cosby,
yes,
the Kenya Martin effect in the second round.
If you would have done this 5 years ago,
he probably would have won this whole thing.
He would have run away with it.
Kenyon Martin getting knocked out.
But now he's when John Wall and them lost when they had 6 draft picks on the team.
No, it's the Kenyon Martin effect. That one player took you from, because they only lost like 1 or 2 games that year, Cincinnati did, before he got clipped towards ACL.
Yeah, that was bad luck.
Him going to jail.
Still was the first pick though, so there's a redemption story there.
Can Bill Cosby get a redemption story?
I don't think so. There's not enough time.
He needs to die. He should have been died.
Oh, stop it, man. Next, Uncle Phil versus Julius Rock in a slaughterhouse.
I mean, what you call it, slaughtering everybody now?
Uncle Phil is pile driving cats right now, moving through it. So in the semifinals, maybe the most vinegary, salty matchup of all time. James Evans versus Fred Sanford.
The battle of 2 of the most indignant Negroes in black TV dad history. Like, and George Jefferson sitting on outside like, what about me?
Yeah.
That'd be a triple threat match for the ages.
Like, let them broke Negroes get over
Neither one of them cats can fuck with my money.
Yeah, he'll walk his ass on up out of there. James Evans gets the W.
Yeah.
Gets the W by a decent margin. Now next, this is when things really showed me the flex power right here. Uncle Phil destroyed Furious Styles in the Final Four matchup.
That's what I'm saying, man. Dude, Uncle Phil, the love for Uncle Phil in these streets was way more than
Uncle Phil is leveling up as far as powerful black people.
I did not know he was this powerful as a black dad.
He might be the most popping dude on the show, looking at it this way.
I mean, if you think about it, he was like taken up. He had black power in him. He was like, I mean, thinking back now, I see maybe why. Shit.
Hey, Uncle Phil really was thorough on all levels, though. On all levels, he was thorough. But he just shut down Furious Styles. I mean, and Lawrence Fishburne did that. He did that role.
Yeah.
But here's maybe the biggest surprise of all.
Okay.
In the finals, James Evans versus Uncle Phil.
2 diametrically different people.
This is different as it gets, almost right there. Different as it gets.
James Evans I wish I had opportunities that Negro on the other side of the bracket.
James Evans came as the number 1 overall in the bracket. Uncle Phil showed up as the number 3 overall.
Okay.
Uncle Phil.
So he's the Arizona Wildcats in '97.
Uncle Phil.
That's what Uncle Phil is with Miles Simon and them on there.
Uncle Phil defeated James Evans by almost 20 votes.
Like
nobody in the last 3 rounds even got within 20 of Uncle Phil.
How is that? I mean, the streets really love him like that.
Uncle Phil's street cred might be on a whole nother level, like a level that I couldn't even account for. No.
So what was your because I'm gonna look in here now because they break down like the overall results and like give you a ranking for everybody. If you click results, so they have Furious Styles as 4. Furious Styles they came as a 10 seed and made it all the way to the Final Four. What was your biggest surprise in this whole? Like, what was your biggest surprise? I guess Uncle Phil, just lambasting people, right?
The biggest surprise to me, yeah. Well, no, the biggest surprise to me.
Mufasa?
No, I knew people wasn't gonna be woke enough to bring Mufasa to his levels. Maybe it is Uncle Phil just running away with it like this. Maybe that's what it's got to be. Like, y'all holler at me, man. Y'all talk to me. Tell me about the Uncle Phil love.
Yeah.
Like, and now I'm going to ask you this. Which one of these fathers are you? Which one of these comes the closest to your father in Styles? And then which one is your father?
Andre Johnson.
Is you?
By far. Andre Johnson by far.
Is you?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because, I mean, I'm pretty cool, but I'll get down dirty if I have to, but I think I'm a cool dad and shit too.
Is this impacted because you have a daughter?
Yes, I like my daughter's like Zoe, man. I can see all the shit that happens with him. If y'all watch Grownish, definitely I can see that, me being like that, being salty and mad that she ain't listening to me all of a sudden because she gone. And she was my homie.
Mm-hmm.
Now she act like she don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely feel for that one.
So which one of these is your father most like?
Ooh. Which one is my most like? That's a good question. I don't know. You have to come back to me on that one.
I feel like my pops is most like Uncle Phil.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Cause like he's cool. And he definitely wasn't, he definitely was like, hey, if we gonna uplift out of these situations, I got you. I ain't gonna just be
have you out there bad.
I ain't gonna have you out there bad. I ain't gonna just be like, just throwing you stuff just because it's always there. But, you know what I'm saying? Could hit you with that one-liner, but then at the end of the day, if them situation got grimy, he's gonna step up. I mean, Uncle Phil's got the biggest step up in the pocket moment in Black Dad history.
So, yeah, I mean, so I think my dad is more like, man, I don't even know which one he would be on there, man. Kind of, the person my dad's kind of like is Cleo McDowell. Well, like my dad is very much an opportunist. He would definitely be open up at McDowell's if he had the money like to do some shit like that. It'd be $5 or some shit, and you'd be like, "Damn, pops, no. They do a double latte, we do a double Friday." Like I can see my pops doing that, like doing some shit like that.
I think that just from the ones that is on this, I must say Uncle Phil, I could find a different comparison.
Yeah,
for my father.
I don't think my dad's none of the people on there. The closest is Cleo McDowell.
Joe Jackson?
No. No. I'd either be worse off or more successful with my dad. Either I'd be worse off or more successful.
There is no middle ground with Joe
I would
Jackson.
just be regular cat. Either I wouldn't be here or I'd be somewhere else.
Damn, let Twitter tell it. Worst black dads is what Father's Day is for.
Damn, what do you mean?
Twitter be treating Father's Day like it's the most ridiculous
in general,
holiday
Father's
of all.
Day is horrible, man.
Like it's Father's Day is. I'm all good with Father's Day.
No, I'm talking about this in general, man.
Just the way that people comment on it.
Yeah, I ran a promotion in my job. We did one where basically we gave, if someone nominated someone in the financial services field that was a good mother, you got a $100 gift card, and the person that nominated.
Oh, you about to talk about Father's Day discrepancies?
Yeah, peep this out. So we got 152 submissions for Mother's Day for the whole month of May. Great mothers in financial services. You want to know how many we have right now for Father's Day? 19 submissions. Oh my God. Same people that we send out to, 19 submissions versus 152. That's what I'm just saying. People just disrespect Father's Day in general.
Like that's aggressively ridiculous.
Yes.
Like Father's Day be having like you can't go too far into the city and find no cards. Like the closer you get to the city, the less Father's Day cards there are.
Because they ain't gonna put the inventory.
They just not gonna even bring them out.
We wasting inventory space.
Like, yeah,
there's some baby showers coming.
We can put some 4th of July cards out. Like 4th of July cards. Who the fuck get a card for 4th of July? I don't
Flag
know.
Day coming up. Let's put these Flag Day cards out.
We're gonna sell more of these than these Father's Day cards down here on Newstead.
Oh man, but now, so man, that Father's Day bracket was good, man. I appreciate everybody jumping in on it at the last minute too, peeping us out on it.
The other thing that popped up and was a weird piece of news this week is how apparently I think this is like some inside insurgent jousting and trying to get an agenda over. It feels like maybe the incel debate to me.
Okay.
Is the dad bod debate.
Yeah. So explain this shit to me.
So apparently the thing is they're saying is that the dad bod is in style, and that's the gut versus the six pack. Mm-hmm. Just the relaxed whatever look, and saying that that's what women is going for, as opposed. And I say, well, what age are these women?
Right. And how much money do these cats have to have these dad bods?
At what level of income can you have to where you have to be like, where you can be like, it don't matter what I'm out here looking like? On a scale
Like financial, like
on a scale of David Beckham to DJ Khaled.
Okay, yeah. So if I look
get?
like DJ Khaled, how much would I need to have to get people to really like not care what I look like?
Yeah, like what level in between there can you get to where it's just like, oh, I don't really care.
DJ Khaled needs to have at least low six figures. If you got 150,000 and he like DJ Khaled, he can do whatever the fuck he want to. You're in the top 20-30% of people in salaries in the country at $110,000. Yeah, you kind of can pretty much move your weight the way you want to.
You can rescue people from tough situations if you get that.
Dude, you the one that could be like, you know, hey, I'm finna get evicted. Can you help me out? You can do that 110, 120. Okay, within reason. If you're reasonable with your money, it's some people that are living check to check that make that much money. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying saying that you're reasonably moving your money around, doing what you got to do with it, and not just splurging. 110, 120,000. You can have anybody you want to.
Anybody?
No, DJ Khaled body.
Oh.
Now every 50 pounds, another 50 grand you need to have. So if you're around 400,000, DJ Khaled's are probably around a good 250, 260. You think? Let's see how much DJ Khaled pays.
He's got more money than that.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying if DJ Khaled had 110,000, he'd be okay. But I'm saying for every 50 pounds that DJ Khaled would gain, he would need another 50 grand. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
To his salary, whatever salary he had.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying DJ Khaled is like at the very end of the scale. I'm just saying that like from David Beckham, soccer player, Ronaldo, chiseled jaw looking cat like that, all the way up to DJ Khaled, who just living his best life, and it doesn't even matter.
Well, he lost 34 pounds. They said.
Oh man, good for him. Good for him.
117. Who's 234 pounds? Oh my God, DJ Khaled's 5'6", 234 pounds. I thought he was taller than this.
No.
Did you know DJ Khaled was this short?
I knew he wasn't tall. Here's the thing: when you're tall, you know who's tall and who's not. Mm-hmm. And I know when I look at people whether they tall or not.
So you can tell on TV?
Yeah.
Because you see other tall people next to him, like, oh, he's about
because I just know. I mean, I know what I look like from a distance, and I'm tall enough to know what other tall dudes look like. Like I don't get confused by people's height too often.
Okay. So yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. 5'6", 234 pounds.
He need to lose a little bit more than that. But
and that's with the 34-pound weight loss.
Is there a certain amount of money when you have it though that you live in your best life and you just like, hey, I don't care?
Like how much weight and how much money is equivalent to that?
Yeah.
I think if you get up to 250, period, you're bulletproof almost whatever the fuck you want to do.
I agree with that.
Like 250, you really can do what you want to do in theory.
Okay.
I ain't saying like as long as you're not hurting nobody or like disrespecting. No, I'm saying everybody within reason. You can almost do what you want to do at 250.
Okay.
250, you can go out there. If you have the confidence to do it. Some people don't have. I'd have the confidence that I can get any woman at 250 almost.
Where's your confidence run out naturally? Like what point?
I think I could do that now though.
Okay, I'm about to say what point do you get to where you be like, well, I don't know if I can pull that one off or not.
Oh, I'm at the point now I would always think I could, regardless of where I'm at in my station. That's just me though.
Okay.
Now I can get more Super Saiyan mode the more money I have. It's just more how much more build up you want this energy to get with.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like one of my homeboys, man. Shout out to my boy Thomas. He plays Kappa in Kansas City. And they were like, man, Thomas gonna have a real ego when he plays. I was like, oh, you just didn't know him before that. That had nothing to do with him playing Kappa. He believed in himself way before that.
And that's the way you get in.
But I'm saying, no, he believed in himself way before that. So that had nothing to do with it. It just leveled him up to another level. Mm-hmm. It just gave him a little extra.
That's just the way you get it.
He was already gonna get it in general.
You're not gonna get in if you don't have that confidence.
Yeah, but you see my point is that's what I'm saying with more money in general. If you already have that confidence.
So the dad bod works is basically correlated to income, is what we're saying.
Yes.
Okay, great. So the moral of the story is, hey fellas, if you don't have that income and you ain't already,
you better get in that gym.
And you ain't already taken care of like that, you're gonna have to get it together. And hey, if you want to stay in that good position,
Now, I almost think it's kind of cheat code when you do have a super good body and money too. It's kind of cheat coding it.
Like Bruce Wayne?
Yeah. Like you need to kind of just get a regular body. You cheat coding it now, man. This nobody. What are you doing?
I mean, hey.
You just cheat coding this game now. You already got the paper.
I mean, score the ball if you got it, though.
You already got the paper.
All right, man. Speaking of scoring the ball, man, real quick, let's hit a couple things right here, real quick. I know you wanted to touch on the NBA Finals. You want to talk a little bit about them trades, about your boy Lavar Ball.
Shout out to Lavar, who just got banned.
Should he have been in Greatest TV Dads?
That's a good push. I mean,
I think he's a delusional TV dad. Like LaVar be doing stuff sometimes. I'd be like LaVar.
Maybe we need to have the most pushy dads.
I'd be like LaVar. Come on. You know that middle son ain't never gonna be in the NBA.
Why don't he just have the middle son? Why didn't he have the middle son just stay in school, get him a business degree, and do the Manning brother thing? Where the Manning brother's like, I'm gonna get this law degree. Yeah. I'm gonna manage my brother's portfolios and their careers.
Yeah, and Cooper's in a good place.
Yeah, Cooper he managed all the paper.
Yeah, Cooper's in a good spot.
Yeah, he was like, I'm the middle brother. I'm finna get all. Look. Let me get my degree and quit playing.
I'm the middle
I don't
brother.
need to come out as a junior.
I'm the middle brother.
Yeah, I don't know. Lavar's ego was too much. If I'd have been like, and my middle son gonna be the lawyer.
Listen, man. I don't know.
Because he's never gonna play. He's never gonna see. He's not even seeing great in European League basketball.
No, he's not.
He's not gonna be in like the Spanish league or French league.
All those things aside,
yeah.
LaVar Ball is back in the news because part of the bigger news. So, what's the biggest news story of the week since last time we got together on this? Is it the Toronto Raptors actually winning the NBA Finals? Because I feel like the side stories buried the lead of what really matters.
That's true.
Because, by the way, the Toronto Raptors won the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
The fun guy, board man, gets paid.
Yeah, man. I just didn't even know he had a girlfriend. He had a girlfriend until this parade.
Oh, does he have a girl?
Yeah. They showed him like sitting there on the parade float with his girlfriend.
Oh,
and he has a daughter with him. I was like, what?
Kawhi Leonard has a family.
That's what I said. He's a family man, and supposedly he's engaged to her.
What do you think Kawhi Leonard did when he won that? When they won that title, like what did he do?
Went home and watched Martin. That's what they say he does, though. They said that's all. No, I'm dead ass. They said that that's all he would do in college, just watch Martin.
Did he laugh?
Yeah. Like they said he would just watch. Exactly. And he just watch Martin all day and just basically watch tape.
Like you just walk past Kawhi's room, he just sitting there watching Martin.
And my thing is,
what up?
I'm trying to think of like how does a woman even get at him though if he's always like on the dolo?
He probably is a gorilla pimp.
Hold on. I know the girl thing. So when you think he probably also like, yo, give me my sandwich and make sure that Martin DVDs are in my bag.
Like Kawhi, I don't think it's possible for him to put more than 5 words together.
Okay, so it's very silent.
It's
like
very quickly. Like he'd probably just
Martin sandwiches bag.
Come through to watch Martin, and then just look at her for a second, and she's like, oh.
At what time? 8. And wear no panties.
No, he ain't saying that.
Oh, you think he ain't get in that game?
No, come on. Kawhi, no.
No game. No, he ain't like that.
He ain't running that type of game. Kawhi got people just doing shit because they like, I think this is what he want. Like,
oh, so hold on. You said his girl got with her because she thought that's what he wanted.
I guess that's what.
So Kawhi has never actually flirted with a woman to get it.
I think Kawhi is above having the spit game. I think he just says a few sentences, and then he's just like.
And people just assume what they're supposed to do, like afterwards.
They just do what they're supposed to. They do what they're supposed to.
Because he's gorilla pimping on the low.
Because he's a gorilla pimp. He's a silent gorilla pimp.
And she's pretty attractive.
She better be. He's a millionaire in the NBA.
And look, that don't necessarily mean nothing.
Man, he'll spend his time in San Antonio, San Diego, and Toronto. There ain't no fucking way that if you live in them 3 cities that you running around with a snorkeluff.
Shout out to Tim Duncan did.
Listen, Tim Duncan. That's as far away from anybody who's ever been a gorilla pimp in the history of the world.
That's the last thing.
That is the last thing it is
with the gorilla pimping with that cat.
But at any rate, the Toronto Raptors won.
Unbelievable. I mean, not unbelievable, but
The Toronto Raptors won the NBA Finals the day after the St. Louis Blues won the Stanley Cup.
which is amazing. Y'all understand? My uncle was crying, man.
I was too.
Yeah, I mean, my uncle.
I wasn't crying, but
No,
I
he was
definitely had the
straight up
I
crying.
had the oh my God tear.
Yeah, like this is unbelievable.
And I played Gloria 15 times in a row as I
What,
drove.
Y98 was playing it all day.
As I drove through the streets of St. Louis. I found it on Spotify.
Did you go to the parade?
Absolutely not. I don't go to things like
They
that.
said people was out there camping the night
I
before.
don't go to stuff like that because I work in the industry, so it's like,
Why?
would you go to like a CD signing if you worked in the music industry?
No.
It's like I'm not gonna I'm not working, so it's like I'm not gonna go to work. Like if I go to do anything at the Blues, I probably would go hang out. Because here's
Just
the
hang out
thing.
with the players.
Hockey players are the absolute coolest professional athletes, like by far. You wouldn't even realize half the time that most of them are professional athletes until you see how people act around them.
Oh,
and then you will be like,
oh, he's somebody.
yeah. I mean, like, oh, he's really important to people. Like, people are freaking out a little bit right now.
Huh? I never thought about that. That they kind of can run inconspicuous like that.
Well, it depends on where you at. I mean, because you can't run inconspicuous when people know who you are.
Right.
But
It's not like
us
Wayne Gretzky
being a
can
couple
walk
of
around.
black dudes, we probably not in the regular environments where hockey players are always just getting that crazy amount of love. But, like, when you go to those environments with them and where they at, yeah, you're going to see it.
What hockey player can be known around black people? Which hockey players you think?
What do you mean?
Like, what hockey player could walk in the Elmos and people would know who he
That's
was?
like active right now?
Or just period. I'm talking about period.
well,
Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne
Is
Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky the only one you think?
No, Brett Hall.
Brett Hall. But I mean, that's more localized though. I mean, I'm talking about.
No, Brett Hall's famous everywhere. I've asked other people about that.
Really?
already,
Okay.
So
Okay.
he's famous everywhere. Mario Lemieux. I mean, people know who those guys are.
I think Gretzky may be the only one.
No.
Like Gretzky.
I think you're
can-
showing your black right now.
No. I know hockey and I know those people.
But I'm just saying, I think that you might be showing your black
What do you mean by that?
because that's what happens. Is that we would think that 57 niggas in
That wouldn't know hockey like that.
Yeah, like
I agree.
people
That's-
know that. People had video games when they was growing
That's
up.
true too.
They be like, "Yo, that's Steve. What's his name that played with the Red Wings? Like, yo, you was dope on NHL on Sega."
Man, I won $50 back in the
Yeah,
day.
like that. Like people know who people are. Like pro wrestlers. Like
That's true.
It's like different things. But Blues and the Raptors win championships back-to-back days. Two franchises that never won back-to-back days. It's a shakeup. Right after you had the Patriots and the Red Sox win, who are traditional franchises.
Well, that's I guess recently the Red Sox
It's not
are
about championship pedigree, but the Red Sox are always one of the elite franchises in Major League
Yes.
Baseball. So you had two signature franchises win titles, and then you have two teams just come out of nowhere to do it. Like nowhere. I think right now the NBA is as shook up as it's been
it's gonna be
since 1999,
when they had the lockout.
right after Jordan retired, basically. But yeah, the lockout corresponded with that.
So where you really didn't know, so like you could almost see an 8 seed going to the finals.
No, I don't ever.
But that was a lockout year too, though.
Yeah,
and that
don't-
was like a half a season played, so that really didn't count for real being an 8 seed.
Yeah,
going to the
all
finals.
I mean is not so much about the team and who does what. I'm just talking about like the identity of the league is shifting.
Like the uncertainty of like.
Yeah, I mean it's like what's the West gonna be next year? The West is gonna be all over the place compared to how it looked this year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy because the Rockets are like the ceiling's falling in on them. Got a lame duck coach. Apparently, two superstars don't rock
like
with
each
each
other.
other. The Lakers are retooling, but here's my thing about that. Anthony Davis going there, and everybody's like, oh, they got all the parts now? Man, this is the same thing you're saying about that team last year. They got 6 people on their roster right now.
They got to pick up people off the streets. At this
They got
point.
6 people on that roster. Like, if you want to play for the Lakers, you got a chance right now. They need heads. Like, who want to run, yo? Who want to run? We got jerseys. That's the Lakers right now. And people are trying to say they got to get more money to get another max player. They need to fill the roster out.
first. What are you doing trying to get another max player?
But here's the thing. That's a mistake that the Lakers made last year. Was that they said, we're going to go get these top guys, and then more people are coming. The other people didn't come. So you had a terrible roster that didn't make sense together, and you didn't make the playoffs. How about learning from that? Like, I agree. You got 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA on your team right now.
filling out with some shooters. And
Yeah,
stuff.
like put people around them that
get a
make
JJ
sense.
Redick or somebody.
Get a
out there.
secondary ball handler. Get some people that can, JJ Redick types, people that can do that. Get, you know what I'm saying, get some more people that can throw bodies around and stuff like that. Like, make sense of your team.
Yeah.
Because you ain't going to have no draft picks until
Xander in high school.
No, that's no lie though. And New Orleans kind of came up on the low too, though.
I think New Orleans now has the most promise of any team in the NBA.
Are they like how Boston was a few years ago when they got all them picks, basically?
Because they got Zion Williamson coming too.
Right, because they got the number 1 pick, not just a whole bunch of picks. Like
Jason Tatum's a real guy, but I think that Zion is going to be way different than that, though. Like, way different.
And he's gonna have Gentry's gonna be able to. He's gonna have a good coach that'll kind of be able to foster him as well.
I think that they got to make moves tomorrow night. We're recording this on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I think that they got to make moves tomorrow night with that 4th pick, and I think you got to move that 4th pick
and go down.
Not drop down. You need to bring in somebody with it. Like you need to bring in a guy that can be a center, a true center, because they small. They really small right now. Like
so you saying like an Al Horford or somebody would be nice there.
They don't have the cap to sign Al Horford outright like that, but like make a trade. Like trade some of the asset that you got there and some of those picks. Mm-hmm. Like get a third team involved in it so that you can move it. Go get somebody like an Andre Drummond. Who is out there, who Detroit would love to move that money. Mm-hmm. They're not going nowhere. They'd be down for the rebuild. Like, get with Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, and be like, hey, yo, y'all can trade up to this 4 as long as we get Drummond out of this and maybe move like somebody like Kent Bazemore, somebody like that who make money on Atlanta, move them to Detroit. Detroit can get rid of that contract in a hurry sooner than they can get rid of Drummond's contract and just like find a third team to help make it happen. Like the Jazz and the Grizzlies made the trade today, and it worked for everybody because the Jazz need players because the West is opening up.
Yeah,
you know
they woke up in the one morning and realized that the whole landscape was changing.
And the Jazz gonna be real solid.
Yeah.
Conley, Mitchell, Rudy Gobert.
And Memphis had to they getting Ja.
They
know they was
they knew they was getting Ja Morant, and they like, hey, let's just get another pick because next year they could lose their pick to Boston because that pick moved over to the Celtics. You know what I mean?
How protected is that pick?
I don't remember. The protection moves forward. It was top 6 protected this year. I think it might be like top 3 next year.
Oh my God! So if it goes 4, it goes to Boston.
Yeah, it could. I think. Don't.
Or is it the opposite way?
No, it doesn't get more. No, you'll never have a pick that gets less protected as the year.
No. I'm saying if it goes below 4, it can go to the home. Go to the Grizzlies is what I'm saying. Like if it's top 3 protected, we're saying.
No, like
top 3 picks.
No, it would the protection when you have a pick that has gradual protection, it's gonna only get smaller.
Okay.
Like it's not gonna be like
get bigger.
Yeah, that would be a terrible trade for them to make.
I mean, we see what the Knicks have done before.
Boston don't make bad trades though, and that's why they don't have Anthony Davis or Kawhi Leonard right now because they don't make bad trades.
But I don't think that trade for New Orleans was bad though.
But for Boston, it would have been.
Oh, you said with the assets they would have had to give up.
Yeah. For Boston, it would have been. Like the Boston don't have LeBron James sitting there in town that they didn't just put a bunch of capital in and saying, hey, we need to compete in the next 2-3 years.
And Kyrie, they don't know. It's not like they got Kyrie locked up.
Kyrie ain't even on that caliber. Kyrie Irving gonna get paid. He gonna go somewhere
to the Nets,
but he gonna be a I team great numbers guy for the rest of his career.
So he's gonna be basically,
and it's gonna always be distorted because he's gonna have that title. So it's going to be looked at if you didn't live through the era and you look back at it and be like, yo, this dude had numbers and he won. You're going to be
because like somebody's going to look on his Wikipedia page when he's like 45.
Go to Basketball Reference. And it's like now you'll go to Basketball Reference and look at guys and be like, man, they had crazy numbers like Adrien Dantley or, or like Pete Maravich.
Or George Gervin.
George Gervin or Elvin Hayes or somebody like that and be like, yo, this dude was killing it. But it's like.
They only got 1 ring or maybe no rings.
But they don't. But none of those guys won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So were they good people on a bad team, basically?
Yeah, I mean, great players that weren't elevating their teams. You know what I mean? Like, but Kyrie won when he was with
an all-time great.
Yeah, when he was with LeBron James. So, I don't know, man.
See what's gonna happen.
NBA is gonna be interesting next year. I think it's gonna be a completely different landscape than what it is.
The injuries to everybody on Golden State just changed the landscape of everything.
Yeah, Golden State gonna be fighting. Golden State is gonna be fighting to try to get over the hump.
But Golden State say F it and go ahead and get somebody like an Al Horford though, and just say we're gonna pay the luxury.
That would be I think Golden State makes more sense to not go and do something like that to go get an Al Horford. It might make sense for them to like
Kemba Walker.
No, he's gonna be super. He's gonna
because he can super max out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, but you can only do that with the team you stay with, though.
Right.
But I mean,
but he's gonna still he can get more than Al Horford though.
Yeah. But he's not
players of that caliber, Golden State ain't playing in that water. If the only way they do that is if they try to extend Kevin Durant just because the situation got a little bit different. I don't even want to go down that path with Durant because that's just too many. There's plenty of time to talk about that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So it's like the NBA is going to be wild. The NBA summer has almost become as more entertaining than the NBA regular season.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be something to see. But somebody you won't be seeing as much as LeVar Ball because ESPN put that ban on him. Actually, can we hear what he said? Can we hear what he said? And you tell me what you think about it.
Go ahead,
Lavar,
before I get back to him.
LeVar, can I switch gears with you because I have a question here.
You can switch gears with me anytime.
Let's stay focused here. All right. Can you please explain to me what the big?
I mean,
now, hold on, I'm gonna ask you though.
Yeah.
So, was he doing that little old head slick comment when he said that to Molly Curran?
yeah, he was.
On national TV?
Yeah, he was.
And just thought that he was just gonna be like, I was just saying what I was saying.
It's them quick little flirting little things
Yeah.
like, you know, I mean, and Jalen probably even be like, all right, I see you player. Like, and he
Jalen not gonna get worked up over
right,
this.
but he knows what it is though too at the same time.
Jalen knows the game.
Yeah.
If anybody knows the game,
It's Jalen
Rose knows
So
the
he
game.
know it's like if an old head you hanging out with him like baby girl, you can give me milk anytime you need to. Like
You'd
you'd be like, all right, player, I'm gonna respect you, you know. All right. You know, you keep you know, don't keep it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
all
it's
right, bro.
all right.
All right, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Love,
you know.
love,
I know
love.
she bad, man. Thanks, man.
All right, don't
You
touch
know.
her, though.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Don't touch her, though.
Don't touch her, though.
Yeah, don't touch her, though. She bad, but don't touch her, though.
Yeah.
Man. It's all good.
Touch, I'm gonna touch you.
Exactly, and that was the tone of it.
Yeah.
Cause I was shout out to Javon. I was arguing with Javon. He's like, man, it wasn't that bad. Like, dude, you know what that's like that little undercutting old school player holler move, like. And if it'd be like if nobody was around, if she was like, you know, and he'd be like, I mean, I'm just saying, no, you need to go and slide me your number. That would be the next thing if it was in a private space.
Man, that's go to Dirty Mac 101 move right there.
It's that low, like, let me see what I can get hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Let me see if you're gonna be jumping after it.
It's the go to Dirty Mac.
Yep.
That's all that is.
Yeah. And I think they just tired of LeVar Ball ass in general.
Well, I mean, I'm tired of his ass.
Yeah.
LeVar Ball, there's people, there'd be people to be like, man, this dude's doing business. He's uplifting, giving an example of black
that was the
entrepreneurship.
worst conversation we had at the barbershop.
I'd be like, black entrepreneurship? Like, this nigga's a clown.
Clown ass.
He's leveraging his son's success to try to put himself on.
And got his son's money taken too, though. By
In the meantime, you ain't delivering on the product you putting out there, and you getting robbed.
Robbed.
Come on, dog.
Big baller brand. Where's it at?
I don't get it. I don't get what people see in the dude. I think sometimes we be trying to reach too far for positive black father images.
Hey, that's real though. Like we want to. It's like, but the thing is though, is that I was reading about the CDC has released. I forgot what year it was, but they said that this notion of black fatherhood and black fatherlessness is overblown. Only reason that it's taken that way is because they look at fatherhood by if you're in the home.
Yeah.
So that's what like when they say, oh, these certain amount of black kids don't have a black father. It's only taking account if the father's in the home.
Oh yeah, I know exactly.
So that's skewed stat in general.
As hell. That's skewed as hell, and that's intentional.
And then and then there's like, you know, there are people that are fatherless, you know, but then those get overblown of like these stories. But then the dad that's just out there working at UPS trying to make sure his son is okay and daughter's okay.
You can't define a black family by the same dynamics that you define a nuclear white one or whatever elsewhere. Like there's more things at play.
Way more.
And family dynamics look mad different. Just hopefully they just not headed up by Bozo, the laughing basketball clown.
But dude, you made a great point though. When you just said that we were harder for good positive black dads, and we just kind of was like,
if you're a black dude who know your son, we gonna celebrate you. Like what the fuck? Stop it. Like no.
Like you know your son. Like,
be like, no, you don't have to celebrate him just because of that. Like you don't have to do that.
Yeah, we that harder for black dads. We just accepted him.
We just say, yo, black dude, son live in the house with him, son successful, he must be doing something right. Or maybe son could be even more successful.
If he wasn't LeVar Ball.
And if he wasn't having to fucking drag LeVar Ball around and have to make his decisions around badass decisions that his daddy making. That ain't your son. You shouldn't have to parent your parents ever.
And LaMelo's gonna be a problem in the league too. He's gonna get beat up a lot.
Oh, he's nice though.
I know, but I'm talking about like his like kind of attitude and swagger. I can see somebody wanting to punch him though.
Man,
He reminds me of a little bit of Austin Rivers.
yeah, that's fair. He's a lot better than Austin.
No.
Rivers,
I'm not talking about game. I'm talking about just the thing
I'm
of like
just saying,
somebody
though,
people wanting to fight you.
Yeah. But what I'm saying though is that Steph Curry could be said the same thing about that, and people don't be wanting to.
No, I don't. Austin Rivers is way worse. I almost got kicked out of the game when I was at the game because I kept yelling at Austin Rivers. That's how much I dislike this man.
I ain't talking about Austin Rivers. I'm talking about LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Austin. You saying that LaMelo be closer to Steph
yeah.
than so you saying Austin Rivers is the Darth Vader of this situation of people
I'm not
disliking
discussing
him.
Austin Rivers is one of the most overrated basketball players of the last decade. I have nothing. There's nothing for me to talk about with him. I mean,
He's that overrated that you don't even want to talk
what am I
about.
talking about Austin Rivers for? Don't bring him up while we having a real conversation about actual basketball players.
Him or Sheldon Richardson? Not Sheldon Richardson. Sheldon Williams.
To do what?
Who's more overrated in the last 10 years?
I mean, Sheldon Williams longer than 10 years ago.
I think he's 06, so yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. I used to call him the slumlord, but
Well, I know that's you one of your guys, so you can keep him. I'm not concerned with Sheldon Williams. I'm not concerned with Austin Rivers. Next topic.
That's real.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna hand this over to you now because
This week in Fofty.
yeah, it's your
Shout
time
out
to
to
shine.
Fofty, aka 50 Cent. This week, Fofty ran through the ATL literally, and he was at the as the great Two Live Stews would say, shoe show establishment, also known as a strip club.
Okay.
It's called a shoe show establishment because they couldn't say strip club on the air, so they was like, we went to a shoe show establishment, and they were there, and 50 people are scared to take money from 50 anywhere at this point. Like, so 50's giving out, I'm thinking, stacks of money for people to help some women go through college.
Okay.
And Bow Wow takes some of his money that he gets from his stacks and puts it in his pocket and leaves. Lil Duval says, "No, I'm good totally. I don't want to touch any of your money because I will end up owing you."
True 100%
But
back hustling.
But he said, "I saw Bow Wow leave with your money though."
"Oh, hold on, Lil Duval dimed."
Lil Duval dimed it out.
No.
Lil Duval dimed him out. So then 50 gets online and is like, "Hey, yo, Bow Wow, I heard you took my money about the club.
50 can't.
That's
call.
supposed to be for just the women in the club, not for you to pay your rent."
So here's my question: 50
Yes.
just doesn't know how to call people, right? He don't know how to pick up the phone or like.
I guess he figured though he can type faster than he can dial. I don't know how that's possible. It's 7 numbers down. I mean 10 if you consider area code.
So 50 just has decided he doesn't know how to call people. He just knows how to do it through Instagram, basically. Okay.
And so then Bow Wow will be like, "Oh man, my bad. Let me send you your paper." So then 50 goes, "Thank you for your return money." I'm like, really?
How did he know how much he took?
I just think 50 probably was to take whatever you sent back to him. I mean, whatever he felt like you should have. So you probably have to overly send something back. Because if you send
I don't feel like we're at the end of this story yet. He gonna send the money back and 50 gonna screen cap it, and then 50 gonna be like, "This ain't all my cash."
You see, he's waiting
Yes.
for a moment like.
Yes.
Hey, he's like, "I just had a chance to go through my my accounting books, and I see you only sent $250."
This isn't all my cash.
So then 50 goes on another rampage today. Last couple days with Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner figures out that he's blocked by 50. He goes on the thing of like, "Hey 50, I need some money, man. Unblock me. Why you block me?" 50 Cent goes, "You need to win a fight first before I unblock you."
How did 50 leverage himself to be the payday loans of the hood? He's celebrity payday loans for cats that's out here overextending themselves.
And then Adrien Broner says he wants to challenge 50 Cent to a boxing match.
Fight boxers. Why do you want to fight 50?
I think he's on a 2 or 3 fight losing streak too.
Yeah, he's not good at fighting anymore.
Was he ever really? And we just didn't know.
I don't know. I mean, he was winning.
That's a debate. That's a debate. So his last 3 fights, he's got a loss, a draw, and a loss.
He's one of the most over hyped athletes of the last decade.
Is it because when he came? You know what? It's when he came in. That was during Mayweather's first retirement, and people I think were pawning for another type of Mayweather.
It was because he was getting positioned at that time by Floyd to be the next cat.
Yeah, but Floyd was retired at the time when he started blowing up.
Right.
That's Adrien Broner. So he was like, I want to fight 50 Cent now in a boxing match. I'm like, okay, all right. Listen, he ain't got no fights coming up soon. Like, period. He doesn't have anything on the table. He's just a degenerate dude in general, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Adrien Broner at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's just a bad type of dude, man. And then if anybody has a chance, go look on Instagram. If you look up, it's this guy that he takes some of 50's screencasts where he's talking about his money and acts like he's a part of Sally Mae. He's like, I just heard 50 Cent just got hired by Sally Mae to pick up to call about all their loans. He said he wanted all by Monday.
That seems on brand.
And 50's got his T-shirts, Money by Monday. 50 has figured out how to keep his brand going even though his music is not viable at all. Because when has 50 Cent music been really viable? He may have a single or two here over the, 10 years? More than 10 years where his music has been viable? More than that?
Yes.
Because probably the last big song is I Get Money, right?
If you ain't counting the theme song, The Power.
No, I don't count that. I'm talking about like legitimate big song. And that's like 07.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's still viable.
He's 50, dog. He's 50. He just decided to turn the corner into becoming a pop culture sensation.
And shout out to 50 Cent, man. So, yeah.
50 Cent a real guy, dog. You gotta love it. Hater love it, man.
Yeah. The underdog's on top, literally. Because he gonna stay on y'all neck.
Let's continuingly grimy chronicles of Kellen Winslow as well.
Man.
So apparently a report came out saying that not only was this dude watching porn during team meetings, but he was also outright masturbating during them too. Now I shared this with some of my friends who have had career in pro athletics, and they all had the same look on their face.
Okay,
like
what they say?
It wasn't so much about what they said as how they looked. Like it's like they immediately went back in their minds and thought about what would happen if they saw something like that, and they was like, "Nah, dog, hell nah, not gonna work."
It was a dude I know that's legendary. I'm not gonna say his name on the air. That went to Iowa State. He was a football player. He played in the NFL for 10 years. This dude's penis was so big he would just walk around naked though, like that.
That threw me. I didn't know that's what you were.
Yeah, but he was like that. He just because he knew it was just intimidating like that nobody was gonna and he was that big of a dude that nobody was gonna check him at all either. Though.
Which prison is he in?
No, he's not in prison. He owns like a couple of restaurants now. Everything like he's a viable member of society.
Good for him. Good for him.
But people that went to school with me know who exactly I'm talking about because it was that legendary that it's out there in public in the stratosphere. Yeah, it's just out there. But he was not as bad as this necessarily.
No.
But this dude was like, he just would wear no towel sometimes and stuff or be just flagrant with it. But like Kellen Winslow, like this dude was a problem the whole time. We didn't know.
Yeah, he was just out here just as a straight out fiend. He was like Mr. Womp Womp.
I mean, this dad is an OG in the game though. So it's like, did he just have mental problems? There's got to be this mental issues there this whole time, and we just didn't know. Or has he always been the Joker? We didn't know.
I don't rightfully know how to speak to this situation. I feel slightly uncomfortable speaking to this situation. This sounds so fucking ridiculous. I don't know what to say about it. So, to answer your question, my friend, I don't know. I don't know what the hell to say about this. This is a page turn?
Yeah.
What else is there to do here? Let's take a break.
Yeah.
Let's take a break.
No, we're finna go on this and we can race.
Let's take a break.
Take a break first.
We time down.
Because we got to pause on this one.
Yeah.
Man, so, the juice.
This was like almost had to do a show for itself. O.J. Simpson is on Twitter.
But somehow, Cuba Gooding Jr. had to pay the price. Because whenever I think that the spirit of OJ, I think it's the OJ curse now. Mm-hmm. When you touch OJ, though, not like when Drake take a picture with you or get jammed to get by you, you get cursed, which I'm still, by the way, saying isn't over just because the Raptors won.
And I got 2 emails, too, about OJ. I forgot all about these. I had to hold these off till we talked about OJ.
That's fine. Cuba Gooding Jr., who played OJ in the American, what was it,
American Story, American Me, something like that.
Was it American Tale? That was 5-0. That was 5-0. That wasn't OJ. That wasn't OJ.
With 5-0. 5-0 goes west.
Yeah, no, but anyway, Cuba Gooding Jr. played him, and he gets locked up on charges of groping somebody, even though that footage looked a little questionable.
Yeah. You saw it too?
Just going to say it looked a little questionable.
It's hard for me to get you off for it. It's not super flagrant, but it ain't good.
It's not. Yeah, there's been better things.
So this one from Daniel Hurd. Shout out, this is your frat brother and dude with my high school. Shout out to you, man. Junior Bill. I'm sure you're already on top of this, but OJ joining Twitter seems like the real ominous sign that the infinity fuckery gauntlet could be coming to fruition.
This is
saying in his video that he got a little getting even to do. That wasn't. Hey, that was a gangster part. I'm sorry. Little even to do. Could very well mean we are one step closer to him snapping his fingers and turning half the world's black women to white women, or probably something worse. I did follow him because I felt like I need to see what he puts out there, but it's not something I'm proud of.
All right, look, man. Sometimes you gotta do things just to say that you were there to see it happen. I too followed OJ. Because if there's anything that's on brand for this program, is O.J. Simpson coming to Twitter. Like, there's so many ways this could go wrong. Number one, O.J. has never been known for his discretion.
Not at all. He did write the book If I Did It.
He did go to pick up his Heisman Trophy personally. Like, you couldn't.
Send somebody.
Yeah,
I guess he felt you do my dirt about my lonely. That I can't get caught about.
I'm from the old school. Like, that type of cat. But
didn't somebody else get jammed up with him for that, or
there was somebody else that were with him?
Yeah,
he wasn't as important as Al Cowlins. Was it Marcus Allen? No, it was a white guy. I know. But anyway, so he goes to fucking OJ. Old people on social media is dangerous enough
in
as
general,
is,
yes.
Because I read a thing that said that 65% of old and inaccurate news stories get shared by people 60 years older. Like when you see the article, they just look and be like, "Oh hell no!" And
Michael Jackson's still alive.
And then posted something that's from the booboothefoolnews.com. And they said, "Look at this." They said this right here. They said Barack Obama ain't even black. And I was like, "He's clearly black. Yeah. Like you don't need to get angry and put this on the internet."
He's darker than you, Granny.
Yeah, like you don't have to get angry and put this on the internet. It's fine. This isn't true. But OJ being of that generation, what's OJ like 70?
Oh, the Juice is maybe 68 or something. Let me see. How old is the Juice?
No, Juice older than that.
Gotta be 71.
Yeah. So, with OJ being out there, he's got a chance to do a lot of things. Number one, he's got a chance to incriminate himself for the 15th time. He's got a chance to say something real stupid to somebody out there. And he's got a chance to just be saying old, crazy stuff. Like just old people crazy, ridiculous things. Or he can start doing Magic Johnson tweets.
Oh, yeah.
Where he just talking about football. Yeah. But like he just spent the whole fall talking about that dude who wearing his number in Buffalo.
It's like, I got some getting even to do.
Like he just talking about some old raggedy ass Bills. I carried their ass to greatness and they can't even give me a ticket and gave my jersey to somebody.
Retired my number, then unretired it.
Right. And then he looked like one of them people that make really long hashtags if you don't know what the word is.
All right, we got an email before we go into our main event. This is from our man Dark Scribe. He says, "Greetings to the Scenario crew. Since I'm not well versed on the TV show Game of Thrones, I thought it'd be interesting to add a first-hand perspective to your ongoing discussion about the state of Florida, aka Westeros. I've actually lived in all 3 city-states at different times in my life. I was born in the north near Panama City in an area named L.A., a.k.a. Lower Alabama. Use your imagination. Then went to college in the South and eventually settled in the Central. All 3 city-states have their own special brand of fuckery, as you can see or read in the national news almost every day. Imagine growing up with kids of known active members of the KKK, to having run-ins with D-boys from Carroll City, to learn how to avoid conflict with all the crazy transplants that moved to Florida. In other words, if you take away the sunshine, the amusement parks, and the beaches, Florida is basically Ohio with the stench of West Virginia. God damn.
Wow.
That's a great... Then he says, what are your thoughts?
I can't add shit to that.
And then he says, by the way, here's the link to the board game you mentioned in the past episode. The Black Man game. I guess they give a direct link. We don't have to go through Amazon.
Okay.
He found us the direct
I appreciate
link.
that.
Also think this might be a good discussion for the show. And it says, Black young women bisexuality survey boom. We're gonna table that for next week. I'm going to put that into our chat group if we can table that for next week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the article says 23% of young black women now identify as bisexual.
Damn.
Interesting.
Well, I could see factors that could push us, that could make that be a thing.
Hey, game is game. It is what it is. Let's go to this main event, man. It's just the main event is also This Week in Racism.
This century in racism.
So y'all know we got to do the music. So here we go. All right, Matt, take it away.
So today, this week at this point, whenever you get this, is Juneteenth. Juneteenth 2019. I'm going to go out and say that maybe this has been the most prevalent Juneteenth that I've ever seen as far as people spreading the word, looking at it, speaking it up and really making sure that it's aware to people. And, hey, God bless you. I appreciate that. It also has been here in June is also Pride Month, where it has been the absolute most, I think, raucous Pride Month I've ever seen.
I agree.
In my life. Like, it's everywhere. It's out there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's a good thing. Again, it's progress. It's minorities being served and being given the recognition and I think the autonomy that it deserves to have. But I got a couple of questions about these two events. So, Pride Month has been given its long overdue love. Well, when the hell is Juneteenth going to get the reparations that it deserves as a holiday?
I mean, they talking about it now in Congress. They just Ta-Nehisi Coates just did a whole panel.
Oh, I know. But it's like, hey, at this point, not about reparations itself.
Yeah, I'm talking about when did Juneteenth get its props?
When is the day going to get the props that it deserves?
I think black people have to just take it off. Just start taking it off.
Like, just don't.
Don't show up for work.
Like, I feel like we just shouldn't go.
That's what just don't go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't show up, and then black people like, what's going on? Why are all the black people going? And then they find out, oh, it's Juneteenth, and then maybe they're like, okay, well, we know next year on June 18th that black people are not going to show up.
Like 19th. Like
19th.
Like Google didn't even give us a damn doodle today. We couldn't even get a damn Google doodle. But I was in Target this morning and they had an Absolute Pride flavored vodka.
What?
It was in a box it was in a bottle. It was wrapped up in pride colors.
Wow.
Like, you look at all the clothing outlets, they've all got stuff for pride and all that. Like, it's out there. Yo, the same thing needs to be happening for
It's
this.
also Black Music Month too, people.
See?
June is Black Music Month as well.
See? So, like, my thing about it is that, like, I'm really excited that Pride has gotten what it needs to get. It's reparations, if you will. It's social reparations. But, yo, it's time for Juneteenth to get that, too.
I think black people cannot go to work on June 19th.
So, next year.
What
are we doing next June 19th?
All go to the park.
Just go to the park?
And just start cooking.
Okay. I'll be there for that.
Yeah, and it's on a Friday, too, so people can actually not go into work.
I wish it was on like a Tuesday so we could
make a difference, like, and really make an impact, like on a Monday during the Monday meetings when nobody showed up for the Monday.
No, not Monday. This is one time where Tuesday could actually make sense. Because by and large, Tuesday makes no sense.
Yeah.
My theory on Tuesday is very clear. Every other day of the week has a point, except for Tuesday. Monday is the beginning of the week. Wednesday is the middle of it. Thursday the relief of Friday almost being here. Therefore, Friday having the relief. There is no joy in Tuesday. It's a Junior Monday.
But they say it's going up on a Tuesday.
Yeah, because you got to try to do something to make the thing feel like it's...
That's why it's $2 Tuesdays,
Yeah.
$5 Tuesdays at the movie theater. Like, you got to make Tuesday special.
You have to, because otherwise the suicide rate go through the ceiling on Tuesday. So, that's my big thing about it is that I'm saying that Juneteenth needs to be on Tuesday, and we need to take it.
Yeah, we need to just cut off. Does not go to work.
Yeah.
And a part of me is saying, don't
And
even
if
spend
it
no
comes on
money.
the weekend, we ain't going on Friday.
Yeah, I'm saying, don't even spend no money on that day, unless it's at a black business. That'd be real gangster. Then that's being real radical, and some people can't do all that.
That's your specialty, though. So
Yeah.
I'd leave coordination of that up to you. Like if I was putting together a planning committee for Juneteenth, I would most certainly have you be the social chair. Of all the people that I know, you'd be the social chair of Juneteenth planning committee.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I would love to be the social chair of the Juneteenth boycott.
Yeah.
Not even a boycott. This is a Juneteenth celebration.
You could get like a Dave Chappelle skit made out of you, like one day or something like that.
Oh man! Shout out to one of my homeboys who just bought a new house, and he said he felt like a sellout by walking in his new home. He said it was like a dude he said his phone on Google even said like sellout when he put in the address to go to look at the home.
You walk in there and you just be like, God damn.
Selling. He said I've walked out, all the white people looking at me like sellout.
They looking at you like an ally. That's what they looking at. Like either they're horrified of you or they looking at you as a chance to get to know black people.
That's true.
But how many people, like here's the thing though, on a serious note, like this day comes and goes and it's like how many people even realize that aren't twofold. Mm-hmm. Outside of the black culture, how many people realize that the day held the significance that it had? Did anybody say anything to you about it? Because people don't know.
But in general, I think at least the white people at my office or at work, they don't talk to me about none of that shit in general.
Well, I probably wouldn't approach you about it either.
You think I care myself like you don't want to fuck with them about that?
Absolutely. But it's but the thing, but I'll say is that I think that this is one of them times where like Black History Month can do us a disservice. Where you look at it and you like, oh man, so that's when they celebrate being black, not on an actual day of true historical logistical significance, And like we got to make sure that that's known. Make sure that these other dates are known. It's like, no, it's not MLK Day or it's not any of these other things. No, it's not the opening NBA tip-off. It ain't. Opening tip-off. That ain't shit. I'm wrong.
No, but they're like, man, why is there? So is the NBA got a new league or something?
Jackie Robinson Day, nothing like that. Like, nah, these are things that really happen that matter. And like that's why we really got to get after it and really make that be a thing that's known. Because I want next year, seeing how willing people are, and this is my whole point about bringing up pride, is seeing how willing and how mainstream it's become, and I think almost borderline pandering. I'm be honest.
I would say it's past pandering.
So I think
it's past pandering.
I think that at this point, people kind of doing it just to be on the wave.
And just to try to get some paper out of it, like, oh,
exactly.
we gonna get ahead of this game.
Yeah, exploiting that shit. And
we gonna put a pride on the apple.
I would really be interested to hear what somebody from the I always mix up the
LGBTQIA.
Yes, too many letters. I got to figure out something to do with that. But yeah, somebody from the community to speak to that because to me, like I would be offended. Like that'd be like imagine if everybody started wearing kufis and white people was running down the street in February, eating kufis, wearing kufis, eating bean pies and shit. I'd be like, hold up. Hold up.
Hey, it's like the Roy Woods Jr. You see Roy Woods Jr.'s new stand-up?
No.
Where he talks about how McDonald's used to pander to black people in the 80s and 90s. You're like, Dante wouldn't get made it nowhere if it weren't for you, the McDonald's paying for the United Negro College Fund. He'd be robbing your black ass right now.
The United Negro College Funds is like McDonald's being like, you motherfuckers should thank us because we kicking niggas out the hood.
Exactly. That's exactly what he was saying.
Come buy a cheeseburger.
Pandering. Straight pandering, He was like, I thought McDonald's was a part of Black History Month at one point because they was pandering so hard to Black History Month.
Mm-hmm. So like that's my big thing is that I say that but I do want some acknowledgement. I do want y'all not to let this pass and like make it be a thing where y'all don't
Just don't do anything about it.
Yeah, like it needs to at least be more well known. Now I don't need you to have Juneteenth special edition released closed at Express or Juneteenth. Well, I would like a Juneteenth Hennessy or something like that, like a special drop.
I think isn't there like purple soda or something is like a Juneteenth. I believe purple soda or strawberry soda is a Juneteenth thing that people use to celebrate. It's so like you can
see that starts up a whole nother.
Do you bring Alizé back?
That starts up like a whole nother big debate for me though. If you pick a soda flavor.
Okay, here we go. Juneteenth foods to eat. I believe it's barbecue, collard greens, sweet potatoes, red soda water. They have red soda basically. Red is everywhere basically red soda is it. So do we bring back the red Alizé, passion fruit, and make that the official drink of Juneteenth?
Now you're asking for me to make decisions between the things that I love.
Alizé used to be the bomb at one point. I mean, people, your younger listeners.
If we just talking about like some type of a juice, I don't even need it to be an alcohol.
Okay.
Like
I was saying, but we don't have an alcohol. They don't have alcohol on this list.
I would want. This comes down to like one of the timeless debates about what do you pick, strawberry, grape, or peach vest.
I'm a fruit punch cat.
See, I feel like fruit punch is for everybody.
You think that's a general? You saying like, okay, then if it's not fruit punch, I'm going grape.
I'm going grape too. I feel
if
like
I can't get fruit punch, I'm going grape.
I feel like grape is more catered to me.
Yeah.
Now that strawberry is legit. Strawberry is legit. If we go with strawberry, I'm not going to protest. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I identify, and that's what we're talking about these days. What do you identify as? I identify as a grape soda.
Me too.
If I've decided that I'd like to make an announcement, everybody, I identify as a grape soda.
And St. Louis particularly, we should only be drinking Vest, maybe.
Are there any black sodas from St. Louis?
No, that's the closest thing we're going to get.
We need a black soda.
Yeah,
we should make a soda. If we make a soda, though, I don't want no damn cola. I hate off-brand colas.
Yeah.
That shit's stupid.
Like Cripple Cola. Did you see that?
No, like I'm talking about like every cola. Like RC Cola, like Tab, like that Vest Cola, that Schnook Soda Cola, that Shasta Cola. Mm-hmm. If it's called cola, I don't want it.
Did you say RC Cola already?
Yes. I don't want it if it's just called cola.
Yeah.
Because then it's got a chance to be watered down even further and be called Diet Cola. That's bullshit. That Diet Cola come in that little white can, and you be like, "What the hell is this?"
With that S on it for Schnooks.
Man, you drink it and it be tasting like every single packet of artificial sweetener ever made.
How many store brands can a store? How can a store sustain personalized brands? Like they have a warehouse with.
They relabel it. That's all. They buying it from somebody and relabel it.
Okay, so that's
this is Blue Magic, baby, not red. You can call it whatever you want.
Is it one place that's fitting out all the grocery stores brands, so it tastes the same? The Deerbergs brand tastes the same as the Schnooks, tastes the same as the Jewel in Chicago.
Probably, yeah. Probably. Only thing that tastes any different is that Shasta and that Fanta, because those are individualized companies.
And Tab.
The Tab only has one flavor though.
Tab's got more than one flavor, don't they?
No. You ever seen an orange Tab?
No, I've never seen that.
Like a pineapple Tab?
It'd be funny if they did, though.
At any rate, man, I want Juneteenth to get its shine.
Yeah.
I want Juneteenth. Juneteenth needs to get its shine. It's an amazing thing to hear, but I want reparations for the holiday. If we can't get it ourselves, at least treat our days right. Put some funding behind it. Mm-hmm. Have a big-ass cookout at the Smithsonian Museum or something like that. I'll fly out for that.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't have any problem with using our community hallmarks as being ways to celebrate these things.
Fine. Those are say like, yeah.
I don't have any problem with that because those are the ways that black people come together.
Yeah,
we come together and we bond as a culture over food. Mm-hmm. Anytime that you celebrate doing anything, you're gonna think about some type of how can I integrate barbecue into
this situation.
Yeah.
With any outing.
Yeah.
It's
fish fry barbecue is something that you're thinking about trying to work into.
And it could be name your event. One of them is somebody's trying to bring one of them through.
Yeah.
Unless you're getting married, and I'm sure there's one cousin that's sitting there. I mean, I can bring the grill down if you need me to outside.
We can do all of those things. We can do whatever it takes.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Let's just leave spades out of it.
We can't do that.
Let's just leave spades out of it because that could divide us on a
Dominoes too. Then
yeah. We'll list things to keep out.
We'll
of
play.
it.
What's the name? The Black Man game. We just
Midwits.
No, I'm talking about the board game. We just play a whole bunch of the board game. Hold up. Whole bunch of the Black Man game. Yeah, the Black Man game.
Oh,
We'll just get a whole bunch of those and make everybody play those around the whole time. Or the Black Monopoly. We'll play Black Monopoly and Life as a Black Man.
yeah.
Those two games.
Yeah.
The brothers can see the struggle or feel it, Man, thank y'all for listening as always. Email us straightolc@gmail.com.
Let us know, man.
Yeah.
Give us. We need to know. We need to know.
Also,
we need to see what's up with this.
We'll bring back the fake news article next week. Y'all ain't even named the fake news article.
They can't find it, man. Because you know why? Because fake news, number one, is a pejorative term in the black community. You might need to figure out something else to call that. And number two, there are important things to talk about this week.
True. We had to move. We had too much of the
OJ was back.
OJ.
LeVar Ball getting banished. Juneteenth reparations. These are important things.
Yeah, these way more
we didn't have
important
time for the jibber jabber. Next week, man, special edition.
Yeah,
Come
special
forward.
edition with
We're gonna
video.
be going. Yeah, another live where we'll simulcast it. We'll have the podcast up. We'll also have the video
up that you can check it out.
very special guests in the building.
Yeah, you'll see who the special guest is.
Once again,
we'll just tease it.
it's gonna be one hell of a. It's gonna be
interesting.
Thing,
it's definitely gonna be interesting. Thank y'all for listening as always. We will see y'all. Peace.